Auntie D is going live. Where are my people? Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. How are you doing? I hope things are going in your favor. How are you doing? Well, tonight is no different from any other nights where we come together and we have a little chat before we retire to our different places. I do hope you had a very wonderful day today and that things have been going well for you and you're not anyway annoyed at anything because guys, the way I see things now, you're going to just enjoy as it comes, one day at a time. Welcome to the live. I see I have company. Welcome. And when you come, you just touch the thumbs up button and come right into Auntie D TV where we can share. Oh, hey, Auntie. Hi, Maddie. How are you doing? You understand? My day was well. It was a lot of work. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was a lot of work. I am thankful. I was so beat out last night. I didn't get on, but I went on this morning early and about some minutes after 7 or thereabout. And then I said, tonight I'll go on from about 8 o'clock. And believe me, Maddie girl, it is after 9. So I said, let me stop what I'm doing and just come out, do what I have to do, and then I can go back. So I won't be very long, but I'm going to be spending some time. So I appreciate it when you pop in and you know that you just, thumbs up and you move because you can't stay. You have to go because what? We are always busy people. So we just give each other a little time. Right? So I'm not upset. I'm happy to see that you pop in and may you have a very wonderful evening, right? And whatever you're going to do, you may not be able to come back on. Whatever it is that you're doing, may it work out very well for you, right? So bye-bye and be good. Oh, yeah, man. Because tonight I plan to, find out how people are really coping, what are some of the plans they have in mind with regards to going forward, with regards to cost of living. Prices of things are so expensive, be it food, clothes, rent, whatever, vehicles. How are they planning to cope going forward? They will have to have some plans. So we just say we'll talk about it because some persons are going to be stuck because many persons may be out of jobs as we have been hearing all over the place. So welcome to the live, guys. When you come, just thumbs up and come in. Everyone, yeah, like up the live, man. And feel free, Auntie D not charging anybody to like up your live, touch your thumbs up, right? Okay, and you put it on all. So don't stay out there, man. Come on in. There might be something that you can contribute that will be worth sharing. And sometimes we don't know the value of what we have here until we start sharing and listening to others how they are coping. Today is your birthday, Rachel. Happy birthday to Rachel. Happy birthday to Rachel. Happy birthday to Rachel. Happy birthday, Rachel. Happy birthday, Rachel. And I hope your day went very well. And looking forward to a very wonderful evening. Or maybe you might be having a party. You're going out to have some food or something. Whatever it is. Right? Right. Whatever it is. Some people now, they don't bother to have parties at home. They just go, hi, how are you doing, Babs? They just go to the place and have some, the place cater and they just have their meals or whatever they are going to have there. Oh, Lord, Parade, say hi. I don't even know who. Hi, Lota Parade. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the live, guys. And when you come, touch your thumbs up button. Please like and share as you see it in the chat. Come on. Bye, Maddie. Have a good evening. Nice having you. V said hi. Hi, VB. How are you? Oh, boy, V. You see when you're coming from work, you're so beat. You're so beat. And then you have to try and make a little time here And believe you me, it is, boy. And then we were having rains, it was kind of cold. I wanted to do a little outdoor, but I just cannot get through to do it as yet. So, Vivi, I hope you're dreamer, G3mer girl. Okay, how are you doing? How are you doing, V? How are you doing, Dreamer? G3mer girl? I don't want to say it wrong. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. How are you doing? I hope you had a good day today. How was your day, G3mer girl? How was your day? Okay, I hope your day went well and nothing went bad to spoil the day. And you're also going to have a good night, whatever it's going to be. It's Ghana girl. Okay, okay. Because I couldn't see that letter beside the G. I thought it was a 3. Ghana girl. Wow. Ghana girl? How are you, Ghana girl? What's going on, Ghana girl? That name sounds interesting. What type of girl are you, Ghana girl? Are you a very active girl? Yes, Babs. You're basking in the glory. Yes, happy to know. Right? In his goodness. Because with what is happening around us now, we have to allow the Lord to lead us. Okay. So I say, Ghana girl says, Thai. I don't know what Ghana girl. Ghana girl looked like she had a very tremendous. You're active. You seem to be somebody who is on like a cheerleading team or somebody in sports. The name is suggestive. It's good when you're active, so you won't gain too much weight. Like, oh, I am trying to find all sorts of things to do to be trim because I was very slim, and I don't know what is taking over me now. I think I'm getting too sitting down, to one place. I normally do my walks, but since we have been having the coldness and so, the bad weather, I have not walked much since a couple of from the year beginning. I have not done any great amount of walking. But I have to go back to walking. But walking is a good exercise. So, Babsy girl, what are you doing with yourself? What are you doing? How are things with you? How are you going through? I know the Lord is with us and we have to share Him. I had a very wonderful devotion this morning. And believe you me, Babs, when I thought I had the thing on public, about 3 o'clock today, 3:34, I realized it was on private. I was so upset. And I did my devotion early, about somewhere near 7 o'clock, hoping to have it show, published. The thing was still in private. So, when I tried to do and I got up with the Spirit, said, do it. But, God never forgets His own. He always guides us and allows us. But it was so wonderful this morning. So, so wonderful. And then I thought I touched the thing to put it to publish in public. But it looked like it didn't go up. And then I didn't go back and check again. And the one from last night didn't go up until the same night. Both of them were locked. But it's one brain, one person. So sometimes, Got to go. Yeah, Ghana girl. I see that you had to go. Bye. Nice of you to stop by. Come again if you haven't subscribers yet. And tell a friend, everybody, about Auntie D TV. Bye. Yeah, so I want to look at not for very long tonight. How persons are really Jaden. Jaden, of course, Jaden. That's a nice name, Jaden. How are you, Jaden? How are you doing? Did you have a blessed day today, Jaden? I wonder if it's a Jaden that I know. I know quite a number of Jadens. Oh, you had a good day. I'm happy that you had a good day and you decided to come and share with Auntie D TV and how much your day was wonderful, right? So tell me something, Jaden. What do you plan to do tomorrow? Today was good. So how do you plan to do tomorrow? You're going to make it a better day than today? I hope you're thinking about making it better, right? Okay. So my thought now is I have Rakas, but I don't know. What is Rakas? It's a, oh, you have a state test. Okay, okay. Well, you have test tomorrow. I wish you all the best. And I hope you study and that you'll be able to take it back put it onto the paper. Okay, you're 10. Okay. So you're going to go. So where in the world are you, Jaden? Where in the world are you now? What part of the world are you talking to me from? Are you, that means that you would be, thank you, but remember that you have to study to do well in your test, you know. So it's your, what do you call it now? Your Easter, end of Easter term test. Thank you, guys. Is it your Easter term test? Because no matter, about another 2 weeks, you'll be going on Easter break. Or is it some spring break or something? Well, whatever it is, make sure you study, because if you don't study, you'll be able to do well in your test. And I'd like to see you come back and tell me that you did very well and that your parents are proud of you. Yes, spring. I suspected. Spring. Okay. So you're going to go now to bed to study, right? Or you're going to spend some time? But maybe you need to go and, you know, study, man. You study already? Okay, so you decide to come and peep at me. Yes, but we have to be ready to meet him. But still, sometimes I wonder if persons are really ready based on how they assume certain things to be. When certain things are happening, they have that fear. Well, you know, it depends on certain things though. And then now you wonder, is it that they are not ready? And then another breath, they would say that they are ready. Come, Lord Jesus, I'm ready to go. But when certain things come upon us, we forget that we had made that request. So if Jesus were to come on our emotions, sometimes maybe if I mean stop in the ear and nobody come and back and forth and back and forth. It's a good thing that no man knows when he's coming, because the way they're going to be saying, come, come, come now, Lord, come, come, I'm ready. And he come in. And when they see things start fulfilling, the whole everything change. Yeah, Jaden, it's 9:30, so it means that Jaden is somewhere out there in the western part of the world. Yes, it's 9:30, and you will have to go now and rest. I know, Jaden, and tell your mom and dad and whoever is there that Auntie D says good night and that they can come and join you another night, because knowing that you have an exam to do, a test to do, state test, or it will be you you have to go and get yourself rested and everything put together. Make sure you look over your work, put your correct things in your bag, so you don't go out tomorrow forgetting anything. So because you know sometimes when you forget certain things at home, it disturbs the mind. You cannot focus, right? So you just have everything, feel good, pray, go to your bed, and wake up early and pray and do what you need to do, and get to school early and relax. Don't be nervous. If you're going to get nervous, you're going to forget everything. So have a good night now, Jaden, and I see you around another time. Bye. Yeah, Babsy. Yeah, but I see, want to go back and say, because we are humans, we tend, that spirit of fear tend to take us over without it, because some things that are happening around us, as you see, it just keep, if a person does not believe in prophetic things, it's not going to draw them. They will become more fearful. And then two, when you look at what is happening and around us and what is pointing towards, then you realize that some people will take a back walk. They're not ready yet. And it's not just with your mouth to be ready, you know, because everything about us have to be ready. And being ready is not a simple task as we'll just get up and say, oh, I'm ready to do so and so. You know, Lord, I'm ready for you to come. And as a little situation come up, they don't remember that they had called on him. They don't remember. They don't bother call on him. They start quarrel about what is happening around him. Right? But as I say, we are all humans and we react to things sometimes without even realizing our being is engrossed in it and all of that. So I was going to look tonight for a little time how we can prepare ourselves in terms of economic conditions around us. What are some of the things that people can think of doing? Not really where we are at the moment, but wherever people are. People are from different strata of life, different places, different countries. With what they see happening around them, around us all in the world throughout the world. Persons would I think should have a plan how they are going to face those situations. It's to me it's more difficult when one, you're out, you don't have a job. You don't have a job, it's hard to go forward. It's going to be more stressed. And people have the mortgage to pay, they have the car loans and insurance and you name it, right? And they're not able to visit their doctors often because they are not working. They can't find jobs. And they do find jobs, it's to be able to take them through. So what should people, what are some of the things that person should think of? Should they remain where they are? Where can they go? Are they able to go someplace else? Because as somebody who was born way over Africa, they don't know anybody over this side of the world. Or they're going to take up themselves. They may be going through some rough times. So to me, wherever you are, you try and make the best out of it. You may not be able to do what you really want to do. But as I say, if you don't have a job, if you don't have a job, not have, or maybe I should say have a skill. It's best to have a skill these days because you will eventually get jobs, right? You can choose your job times and job prices. But when you don't have a skill and you have to rely on employment to get an income, and then you don't have a job, you become unemployable, stress take you over, you start losing everything. Your bank loans cannot pay, the bank sees the things, and stress, you just, collapse. Everything is gone from you. How can persons plan? What can they do? I don't know. I would like, so I'm sharing it out. I'm throwing it out. So, what can they do? You don't have a skill, you're out of a job. And it's not like you're out of a job for a week or two. Sometimes, you can be out of a job for weeks and months. And the longer you take to get back into a job is the harder it's going to be. And these jobs now, to me, they are more AI type, or I should say, more technologically inclined jobs, where majority persons over a certain age group may not be able to even master master it because they would have been doing different odd jobs. I remember when COVID, so when the persons were working from home, sectors in office departments, they didn't have a job. Office attendants and ancillary staff because there were no office to clean or anything like janitors, they didn't have a job. But those who were like teachers or working in offices, they were allowed to work from home. So I think COVID should have bring to mind something ways if in the event of not really having another COVID, I would never want it to come back. But having a situation where you're not able to work because not everybody got a paycheck when during COVID time, not everybody. Some places they just close the place and people go home and have to fend for themselves. So you see how it is important to have a plan. It's important to have a plan because one, not having a job, you have to find a job. No matter how cheap or how low paid the job is, you have. I don't see somebody surviving in this day and age without a job. You have to have a job. No matter what type of job, you have to have an income. And that is why some person, because they are not able to identify a job to fit in, they tend to do what is not right. They go and do other things that is not right, right? So you know what I'm talking, illegal stuff. So because they need to take care of their family, because they will die of starvation and family breakup. You're hungry, children crying, there's no grocery in the house, and then the mortgage cannot pay. So the man come and seize the property, so you're going to become homeless. So can you imagine a family that had all two, three cars in the garage and a nice house and furniture, they had to evacuate and having nowhere to go. The things put out on the roadside until they dump them. You know, it's like persons are going to become insane. That's all I think. They may become insane, but they may become insane, right? So, to me, going forward, everybody should try and work to have a skill. Yes, go to college somewhere, but have a skill. And and we can look at the skills that are in demand. We can look, things that are in demand. One would say then, if persons are out of job, we are those persons who are out of job going to pay a skilled person. But it means that somebody would have to do even a mediocre job. So you have to give up some of the things that you're accustomed to. So you have a skill, maybe a plumber, electrician, or fix AC and heaters and that sort of thing, fix electrical things. You know that it may not be a regular daily job you're going to get, but at least you have a skill. So when you get called, and some jobs are so if it's to go and clean somebody's yard or cut somebody's yard or do something, because something has to come in, and then you can build from there, right? So you have to have a plan. You don't have a skill, but you may be able to do some cutting off somebody's lawn or trim the hedges. So you're going to try at least to get the necessary tools. So if you're going to have the necessary tools now and you publicize yourself, you will get something until you become known. Persons know that there's a man living down that road. You put up a sign someplace advertising yourself. Because if person doesn't have an income, they have a family, they have bills to pay. When it comes to winter or in the summer, and people are cold or they're hot, what are you going to do? Fold your hands like this and say, Lord, I don't have anything, I cannot do anything. You have to think of something before the time comes. But what about, you have to weigh the thing so much that, what about when there's nothing? But I believe in God. If you earnestly seek and talk, He will provide. Maybe you might have to leave the location where you're at and go to another place, another community, because you may not get everything done in the same spot where you live, right? So, persons have to have a plan, I think, and that plan would help them know to go through, because I can tell guys, when it comes to being hungry, not having enough to eat or nothing to eat, and just get up and sit down, cannot afford to pay rent, not even for a little cubicle. If a family has some place, then you may go back and stay with them and help share little bills. But you still have to go and seek a job, because relatives is not going to tolerate you just being there, using up the utility, running up the utility bills, and you're not contributing. It's not an easy thing, and I'm not going to make it sound easy. It is not easy. It is not easy, but you have to try and fight it, and you have to be strong. Mother and father can't be weak, because the children already know that there's not much grocery coming in, because my father is not going out to work as before, and my mother is not going out to work as before, because they both used to leave in the mornings and have their nice vehicles take us out to different places to have fun. Now things have changed. So you have to go now and sit with your family and have a good heart searching talk. So it's like that pride that you had. And then some people ask, bossy. Everybody knows everything that happens in their house. You have to go be quiet and keep things simmer down. And let your family can understand. Because people who like to go and advertise what they eat and what they buy and what they have and clothes and everything, they don't need a car this year, but they decide so they must buy an expensive car because they want to follow another person. You have to think, how we're going to go forward, how our person's going to go forward. Because it's not that it's going to get, uh, I don't want to say any better. Things are not going to change much to cause it to look any better. Whatever it is, bills are going to continue going up. Utility, rent, mortgage, bank fees, things in the stores are going to get expensive, and we need to survive because it's a survival game. So I'm just saying that whatever it is, don't let us become too saddened. Because if you become too saddened, guys, in my thinking, hope is going to run off, and not sometime when it goes off, it may not come back. It may not return, I should say. It may just gone like a bird in the tree. And we would not want anybody that we know or don't know, going into deep depression until something serious happens to them. So that is why I believe we should encourage each other. And the days of when persons normally sit and gossip, whether on the phone or whatever, I think that time should be far gone. And people should try to be more productive, right? Be more productive and share the ideas, because some people can't think, because they are limited capabilities in terms of reasoning it even themselves. They have to take it to somebody to help them to think. You understand? And some people really, some of us, we will work, save our money, but we never invest in anything. We just take the money and put it up in the bank. Oh, we have so many 100,000 there. But sometimes what we need to do is do an investment. And you cannot go wrong, especially with real estate. Now, somebody may come back and say to me, that is good, but what about the persons who may occupy it are not able to pay? I remember a situation in New York happened during COVID when this landlord, I don't know if your persons remembered, he was frustrated because he had mortgage to pay the bank and he had persons living in his property. And those persons were laid off from their job because of COVID. So they were not paying anything, any rent. And he has to meet his obligations with the bank. And you know what he did? You will know the rest of the story, right? What he did to them. So, and he's still in custody. I think he's in custody. I don't know if they give him the chair or what, but he was there. He was permanent in there. And I said to myself, it's a good thing to invest in real estate. But when those persons are out of a job, it is a big headache for you, the owner of the property, because you have to pay the mortgage and you will be able to get anything from the person. Or the person may pay from their savings, and then when that is finished, there's no more coming. Right? So let us sort of have this thinking. Oh, that we have to have a plan, we have to have a plan. We can't just live from day to day, just going without a plan. We have to have a plan. And persons need to be real in their planning. Because if you're not being real, then you're going to be deceiving yourself. And then when the real time comes for you to be real, it's going to be too late. All right? So that's my 2 cents on it. This evening, I want to go and do some videos, and I want to do some shorts. So I say, let me come first and spend some time. But seeing as I'm the only one delivering, and I guess Bob's gone, but probably because it's kind of late, I think. But I'm happy that you had come, we had shared, and I'm happy that person had made their points. But although Barbara said that we should not have a spirit of fear, but a sound mind. But on the other hand, for someone who doesn't know the way, means worship God or believe in God or whatever their God is, they are not going to be comfortable, right? And the ones too that do know God too for themselves, they're going to have this at the back of their head. You know, I really want the Lord to come, but Lord help me, Jesus. I have this mortgage to pay. I have my daughter in college. She has just a year to finish. You know, it's not as if it's something nice. When you are broke, it's not pleasant. When you're out of a job, it's no joke. And you're searching, and there are many persons out there searching like you for too few jobs, right? So when a person is working too, they should try and save and try and invest a little money so that at least something can bring in a little income. At least the house that they're living in, they should be at least be paying for it. It's hard for everybody to own a house. And don't get me wrong. If everybody could own a house, that would be so wonderful because you'll be paying the mortgage to become the owner eventually. But when some of us have high rents to pay, utility bills to pay, out of a job, hmm, it's no joke. Not happy times, right? It's really not happy times. So, guys, I'm thankful for persons who had come and spent some time. And as I said, remember to subscribe to the channel. Go to the channel, man, and look at the videos and share with your family and friends. And when we come on a live, comment your thoughts and opinions so that we can all contribute. And we don't all just, listen, and then I'm not hearing from you. Just one or two, a few persons made some points, but I'm still thankful, but I'm still encouraging those that didn't really contribute. And I'm still encouraged, I still have company, that those who they're afraid of making a point. As I'm saying, every view counts. Every view counts because when the live is released, persons are going to see it and they're going to say, it's true. And somebody could be going down into something really hard, really bothering them. And when they see what somebody write, they feel encouraged, right? So we don't do live for jokes because we are touching people's lives. We are helping them to make a better life, right? So, guys, I'm going to wish you all a very pleasant evening and have a wonderful, wonderful rest until tomorrow we meet again. Maybe not at the same time, but hopefully tomorrow again. All right? I'm going to try and get some videos done and some shorts. I need to do some shorts and some videos. Have a good evening now and bye.